Hey code buddies, this is the exact roadmap that my one-on-one students use to master JavaScript in less than 60 days. I'll give you the exact resources and what to learn on each day. Make sure you stick till the end so you can beat 99% of the developers out there. Let's start.
All right, let's start. So let's choose a pen from here. Yeah. Day one. For the day one, start with the basics of JavaScript syntax. So in this part, you just need to explore the basic structure of JavaScript code, including statements, variables, and comments. For day two, you need to learn about variables. Learn about where, let, and cost. In this particular section, understand the difference between where, let, and cost, and all of these three in terms of scope, reassigning, and hosting. I don't know if you should be learning hosting in the beginning, but just keep in mind that in this particular topic, you need to understand what hosting is and how it works. Doesn't matter when you learn. I think you should learn it later. But for now, just understand the scope and reassignment. For day three, learn things from Questionnaire. And what exactly is Questionnaire? I'm going to put out some links in the description of this video from where you can find JavaScript questions to solve. And this exact questionnaire that I'm talking about, I'll give you the resource of this. You can go through this particular, after learning the topics, you can always go through the particular section in the questionnaire and build logic. And after solving questions, you can build logic. So for day four, it's going to be data types, and data types dive into the various concepts of data types such as numbers, strings, booleans, null, and undefined. Understand how to use them in different contexts. For day five, learn about type conversion and coercions. For day five, learn about explicit and implicit data conversions, including methods like strings, numbers, and the concept of truthy and falsy values. For day six, it's again a questionnaire. As I explained, I'm not gonna explain it again and again to make the video longer. Let's keep it to the point. And for questionnaire, you can also find the exact link in the description, and there will be also multiple free resources from the internet. Just remember, you don't need to spend money on anything. Just need to stay disciplined and build logic when it comes to programming. Finishing a topic is not a must, but building logic is must if you want to become a Superman developer. And then for day seven, it's arithmetic, operators, and comparison. For day eight, in day 7, which is about arithmetic operators and comparisons, just master the basic arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiplication, division, and comparison operators like single equal to, double equal to, triple equal to. There is one question that everybody asks in JavaScript interviews is that what is the difference between double equal tos and triple equal tos? So make sure you know about it as well. So for day 8, it's logical and assignment operators. Explore logical operators, double AND for combining conditions, and assignment operators like equal to, plus equal to, and equal to for efficient value assignment. For day 9, it's again a questionnaire. I'll be putting all of the links in description as mentioned multiple times previously. For day 10, it's about conditional statements. Understand the difference between if, else if, and else statements for decision making in programming. So these are the few things that you need to understand under this conditional statements topic. For day 11, understand loops. Learn how to use for loops for iterating over arrays and other iteratable objects, and while looping for repetitive tasks. Make sure you do fun while learning all these topics, because programming should not be a boring subject for anyone. Even if it is boring, it's worth learning. I changed my life as I learned how to code. For day 12, it's again a questionnaire. Same things, link in the description. For day 13, it's going to be object literals. And in this particular topic, you need to know how to create and manipulate objects using object literals, understanding key value pairs and object property. After that, you will be moving on to the day 14. For day 14, it's arrays and arrays methods. Explore arrays, including methods like push, pop, shift, unshift, slice and splice for efficient data manipulation. For day 15, it's a questionnaire. For day 16, it's all about functions. And under this function section, it's very important to understand different ways to define functions, including function expressions and the way we use and the use of parameters for dynamic behaviors. Understand all of these things. Day 17, understand scope, what exactly is scope, where we can call a function and where we cannot call a function, closures, and a little bit more about variables. Understand the variable scope, closures, and how they impact the accessibility of variables in different parts of your code. For day 18, it might be a difficult day for you because when I was learning how to code, it was a difficult day for me as well. And it is this keyword. This keyword has different meanings in different contexts of your code. So make sure you understand the meaning of this keyword in each circumstance. Understand the concept of this keyword in various contexts such as functions, objects, and event handlers. And after this, you need to know about maybe your favorite thing you always wanted to do with her, but she rejected you. That's okay. Learn how to code, make money, and she will be there for you. It's called dates. And learn how to make a new date object and set components like years, month, day, seconds, milliseconds. Explore methods like get full year or get month or get date. How to retrieve an individual component of a date. For example, you just want what's the date today, not the month, not the year. Learn how to do these manipulations as well. After this, day 20, why this D looks like a P? I need to think about it. And after that, it's going to be regular expressions. So for regular expressions, you need to understand the basics of regular expressions and their role in pattern matching. Learn how to create simple patterns using characters, meta characters, etc. All right, we're just see how much we have learned. Let me put it back. See how much we have learned in the past 20, how much we have learned in the past 20 days. This is the power of consistency. Make sure, my friends, you have all of these things. Even find out, you can even take a day after these 20 days to go through all of the previous topics, solve their questions, understand how each one of them is actually working. And even if you forget any of these, it's absolutely okay because you just need to understand once that how it works, okay? And if you forget after 2 weeks, that's absolutely okay. You can just Google anytime more about any particular thing. You can copy any code from anywhere. You just need to know how to, even if you use chat for generating code, it's absolutely okay. It should work. You must know when ChatGPT gives you a wrong code, you just need to know how you're going to change that and how you're going to make it functional as you want it. All right, let's move on to day 21. And day 21 is a questionnaire of all the 5 topics we just explored above. It's regular expression, dates, which she never had with you. These keywords, scopes, closure variables, and my bad, these functions. Okay, so I'm gonna take it here. And the next thing is day 22. And for day 22 is going to be about strings, properties, and methods. Explore string properties like length and methods like to uppercase, to lowercase, split, and concat for string manipulation. For day 23, it's going to be about numbers and math. Learn about number properties and methods, including basic mathematical operations of the math object for advanced computations. For day 24, it's again a questionnaire. For day 25, it's a DOM. You know what DOM is? DOM is basically when you click somewhere and something happens on a website. It's because of DOM. So it is a very important topic in JavaScript. So we'll take it very slowly. Understand the DOM as a representation of HTML documents in a tree-like structure and how JavaScript interacts with it. For day 26, learn about modifying and deleting the elements. Under this topic, you just need to understand the use of JavaScript to dynamically modify the content and the structure of HTML elements and understand methods like create element, append child, and remove child. For day 27, it's about event handling and event listeners. let's just write listeners only. For this, let's learn about common event handlers, like if you click or you, let's say, press escape key, what should happen on the screen using event listener and callback functions. I think we haven't mentioned callbacks yet, but we'll reach there as well. For day 28, it's about form handling. Understand form elements, how to use them, how to access their value with JavaScript, and implement basic form validation. And let's say for day 29, it's a questionnaire again. This questionnaire is basically the test of your all the 4 topics or 2 topics that you have learned after previous questionnaire. So this means after learning all the topics, for example, you were here for DOM introduction, you just solved a couple of questions. You will always solve questions during all these topics. Okay, and after all of this, there will be a questionnaire, there will be a test of that a particular topic or a couple of topics that you have learned previously. For day 30, error handling and debugging. This is for the day 30. Identify common JavaScript errors, use console.log for debugging, and explore browser developer tools. And okay, for day 31, use try, catch, and finally implement error handling using try, catch, and finally blocks to gracefully manage exceptions. And after that, it's again a questionnaire. For day 33, it's callbacks. Understand the concept of callbacks and how they facilitate asynchronous operations in JavaScript. Understand the difference between the asynchronous programming and synchronous programming. It's very important. It's just a general theory that you need to know before understanding these callbacks. And let's say for day 34, it's our promises. Something you wanted from her, but she didn't do it. Understand promises for handling asynchronous operations more effectively, because you will be finding a few loops and reasons you should not use callbacks everywhere. So you must know how to use promises for effective code writing, including methods like then, catch, and finally for day 35, it's going to be set timeout, and set intervals. Use set timeout for delaying the execution of code, and set interval for repeatedly execution of code at specified intervals. After that, it's again see how much progress you have made in just a little over a month. It's just 1 hour or 2 hours a day, as I mentioned. For day 36, it's a questionnaire. For day 37, it's asynchronous programming. I think I just got it wrong. Let's remove it. Async. Grab the event loop and how JavaScript handles asynchronous tasks, including AJAX requests and callbacks. After that, let's move on to further advanced things. And for the further advanced things, learn about advanced functions, all functions, and objects. Also, I think right here you should be knowing about prototypal inheritance. Explore prototypal inheritance, constructor functions, and how objects inherit properties and methods from their prototypes. It's same like if you have, let's say, curly hair. For example, I have curly hair. My both parents have curly hairs. Okay, my mom has curly hairs. My dad has curly hairs. So it's like I have taken properties from them. This is how you need to resemble scenarios to real life in order to really grab the concept. Programming is all about logic. Remember that. It's not about finishing a course. It's not about finishing a particular topic, or it's not about finishing these 45 days. I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe 45 or maybe 40. But each day you should remember that it's about logic and not about the particular topic. Learn about ES6 classes, getter setters, and symbols. For day 40, for day 39 actually, it's about learn about the modern approach to object-oriented programming in JavaScript using ES6 classes, getters, setters, and symbols. Just go through it, understand what it is, understand why should you use it, because even after 45 days, you will not be the absolute master, but I guarantee that you will be better than 99% developers out there if you honestly and religiously stick to this roadmap. For day 40, understand about async/ Wait, promises. Deepen your knowledge of asynchronous programming with the advanced usage of async and await, error handling in asynchronous code, and chaining promises. But day 41, it's questionnaire again. Whenever you cover a particular topic, just remember to make as many projects as you can regarding that. Okay. So this is not the 100% exactly roadmap that you need to follow. You can always modify according to your needs. Maybe it will take you 2 days to learn a particular topic that I have mentioned to learn in 1 day. It's okay. You can just extend it or make it even short. It's all up to you. Now let's move on to the project building part. How to build projects, interesting projects that will get you hired, that will set you apart from the rest of the developers. One thing that I will explain here is to be different. And how are you going to be different is do different. And how do you do different? Not do common. And how do you not do common has 2 different ways. You can either modify it, what already existing, okay, or you can just do things from scratch. Okay, I personally prefer this approach because you can add features to already existing projects. This is the best way to show recruiters that you are not just an average developer, but you think out of the box. This will set you apart from the rest of the developers. And what about scratch? Solve your own problem. It's about solve your own problem. You can either take both of these approaches or this or any individual approach. The end result should be that you are building this one particular thing. One may not be enough. Let's consider it 2. Problem solving. These are 2 skills that you need to focus on when you are becoming a developer. Problem solving and logic. And then you will become a true JavaScript Superman. Alright, my guys, you can now just subscribe to the channel